Hi, I'm Darren Elliott. In this video, I am talking about emotional triggers. Triggers can trigger to different things, but in this case, I am referring specifically to being triggered into a narcissistic state. A trigger is a communication that is verbal or nonverbal that reminds the other of their pain, causing the pain to flood and overwhelm. Triggers are often innocuous, except to the person being triggered. Triggers don't apply to the experience of all emotion, such as, you triggered me into being angry. That isn't necessarily what we're talking about. If anger is the appropriate emotional response to a situation, that's not a trigger. That's just being in touch with your emotions. Anger has a message that something is wrong, and we can decide what to do with it. Usually, a trigger sucks someone into their traumatized state. To the degree to which they live in their traumatized state makes a big difference. A full narcissist is living fully in trauma, me against you, with a fake self, whereas most people suffering these injuries toggle between their parts, between their nurtured adult self and their triggered narcissistic child self. I work with people who self-identify with narcissism, as well as those who have experienced narcissistic abuse. Abuse often happens when someone suffering narcissistic woundings is triggered into their childlike traumatized state. They are often unaware of living in two distinct energies. And when they feel a similar energy to the trauma stuck in their body, they can get sucked into that narcissistic state. Someone suffering from narcissistic wounds can be very sensitive to criticism and feedback, with any sense of shortcoming triggering shame that can take them to their other side. When this happens in their mind, you are to blame. You deserve punishment. This is a polarized response. You are good, then you are bad. It's a toggle. This is the main part of the emotional abuse that happens. It's a painful experience to feel valued and then to feel devalued in this process. Someone who is suffering from narcissistic woundings are usually not aware that this process is different for them than it is for others. And they probably don't even believe that they are being abusive. In fact, they may think you're being abusive for triggering their pain. Creating a safe space and gaining entry into their inner world is part of our work together. Humans, we all need to be seen and understood. It's important to have someone in your inner circle, and a narcissist is often living in a painful world of separation. Awareness of body feelings, of emotions, and our triggers are part of the work together in therapy, so we can learn to regulate our own feelings and recognize them as internal processes rather than the fault of others. Stopping the blame is important so we can nurture togetherness and a sense of being on the same team. We don't feel close to others when we think they are against us. And often this feeling is stuck in our body and is not the reality of today. I hope you have gotten something out of this video about working with triggers and narcissism. There's so much more to say. Thanks for watching.